trying to remember how I heard about the Green School. I think that I stumbled upon it online and I thought, this can't possibly be in New Zealand. This is way too good to be true. And so I looked into it and I thought, at the time we were living in the South Island, we'd just moved back from Los Angeles and we were having a really, really hard time finding a school for my son. And I saw the Green School and I thought, that sounds like an absolute dream. That sounds like exactly what he needs. I just don't know how to make it happen. So it remained as a dream for, I would say, 3 years at least. And we were slogging away in Christchurch trying to find the right school for my son, and it just wasn't working. We wanted community. We wanted proximity to nature because our experience living in the United States in Los Angeles was all about community and nature. We lived in a canyon called Topanga Canyon, and we were just surrounded by incredible American community and very, very creative people and just embedded in nature. Everywhere we looked, there was nature. And as my son and I are both earth signs, if you want to get woo-woo, and we both have a strong connection to nature. It makes us feel good, it's good for our mental health, and we knew that we needed that in our lives. And Christchurch just was not giving us anything we needed, unfortunately. So during the summer holidays, about a year and a half ago, we were in Kaikoura travelling back from Golden Bay, and we heard our names being called. And a guy came out of a bookstore, and it took us a couple of seconds to realise who we were because it was out of context. And it was a lovely man whose kids had been to preschool with my son in Topanga Canyon in Los Angeles, California. And we just completely freaked out. And I said, "What are you doing here?" And he said, "We live here." And I said, "In Kaikoura?" And he said, "No, in Taranaki." And I said, "Oh my gosh, there's a school there that I'm obsessed with." And he said, "The Green School?" And I said, "Yeah, of course, the Green School." And he said, "That's where my kids go." So my son and I got back into the car with my parents, and we were so lit up that they said, "Why did your energy change?" And I said, "This is crazy. We just ran into our friend from Topanga, and his kids are at the Green School." And my parents knew about my obsession with the Green School. So they said, "Well, you guys seem very excited, and that is the most lit up we've seen you in the 5 years we'd been home at that point. Maybe we need to look into this further." So that seed got planted, and we started looking into it further. And the more we looked into it, the more that choice became super clear for us. And we started the process of making inquiries about how we were going to get from the South Island to Taranaki. And from the first time we made contact with the Green School, we had nothing but an incredible experience. Everyone was so kind, everyone was so encouraging, so friendly, and it just felt like we already had a community waiting for us in Taranaki. We just didn't know that we had that. So about a year ago, we moved up here. We spent 6 months in an Airbnb while we looked for a house to buy, and sold our house in Christchurch. And in the year that we've been here, my son has made the most incredible progress. And it's not just in academics, it's in all areas of his life. He went from being a really sad little guy, which was breaking my heart. He was being bullied, he was being put down, he was being made fun of for his accent and his quirky nature, his creativity, his just general way of being. And since he's been at the Green School, he has been embraced for every single part of him. And that has been the most, I'm going to get emotional now, incredible thing to witness, because seeing your son be so squashed in an educational environment that was not made to fit him, and then seeing him emerge from this cocoon to become a butterfly has been completely transformative for both of us. And he has made incredible progress in maths, which was something that he really, really struggled with because he'd missed a lot of the foundational stuff back in America. Not due to his own fault, just due to wildfires and natural disasters and things. So he's made huge progress in maths, huge progress in writing, but the thing that's lit us up so much is that he has made progress in art and music, which was something that he showed really early promise in, but was feeling too depressed. He'd lost all of his confidence, and he just felt like he didn't have a voice because he was constantly being put down. And the Green School has done the opposite and lifted him up and encouraged him and supported him with his passions and drawn out of him all of these beautiful things that were being kept inside of him. And that's changed his life and changed my life. So yeah, we had a lot of visa experiences with the United States, but blessedly, because I'm a New Zealand citizen and my son has dual citizenship with New Zealand and the United States, we didn't have to tackle that. But I know that the Green School has many, many different pathways for people from overseas, which is fantastic. And that's one of the things we love about the Green School, is that we get the best of both worlds. We get the New Zealand experience, which was really important for me, for my son to have, because it's such a rich, incredible culture that we're blessed with as people that have ended up living on this beautiful land. Yeah, so it was very easy for us, but my experience talking to international families is that the Green School has really, really supported them in finding the right pathway for their family. When we moved up here, the Green School really helped us with finding accommodation, which was great because I didn't have any idea where we were going to end up. I'd only been to Taranaki once in my 20s, so I had no idea where to look. But we stayed in an Airbnb, which was actually just over there. And it's on the Green School farm. So we had the most beautiful experience for 6 months of being able to walk to school through the paddocks. So that was wonderful, and we're so grateful to the founders that they were able to offer us accommodation in the short term while we sold our house down south and bought a house up here in Ōākura village, which is the most beautiful community right by the seaside, and we get the best sunsets and the best views of the maunga. The experience for my son I've gone into, it's been really a steep learning curve. He started off very nervous because of the experiences he'd already had in New Zealand, which hadn't been great. So we didn't really know what to expect. But it's been absolutely transformative. And give a shout out to the amazing head of the middle school, Whaia Charlie, who's been so encouraging and supportive to him, and to Mātua Evan, who has been absolutely the best encouragement for him, especially with music. He's my son's anchor teacher and he's incredible. And Mātua Matt too, who's given him extra support in music and really opened up that whole world for him. Also Mātua Mark has been incredible and an awesome role model for my son, who doesn't have very many male role models for him, but the Green School's given him that as well, which is incredible. One of the most amazing memories happened pretty early on, actually, and it was one of the first full school assemblies that we had with the Green School, and my son was given, again, I'm going to get emotional because one of my son's best qualities is that he's sensitive and he's empathetic. He was given an award, a mana award, in front of the whole school for empathy, which is something that I value so deeply and that this school values so deeply and is such an amazing quality that my son possesses, but something that had never been recognised at his other schools in the past. So that award is going to be on our fridge until the end of time. So that was an incredibly special moment for me, because what better award could you hope for as a mother for your child to be given than recognised for their empathy? The school community has been absolutely incredible. I had a head-on collision, which was not my fault, in the United States in 2020. So I have PTSD from that experience, and therefore I have not managed to get my New Zealand driver's license yet. So one of the ways that the community has helped me hugely is that they have given me lifts into town, they have given me lifts to other places, and in fact, one amazing family gives my son a ride to school every morning and a ride home in the afternoons. And despite me offering them continuously to provide some petrol money or gas money, they have turned it down every single time, because one of the most incredible things about this community is it's reciprocal. You give and someone receives, and then they give and you receive. And it's just this beautiful circle. And it's something that we had been desperately missing down south from our experience in the United States. And we now are feeling held and supported and safe in this incredible school, with this incredible community, with the richness of the international families and the experiences and the culture that they offer to this community as well. And so I just feel incredibly blessed to be here, and so grateful to the school for the incredible education it provides, but also the incredible support and encouragement and the holistic approach that they offer our incredibly precious children and the wider community as well. And the amount of times that the staff or the community has reached out to check in on not just my son who goes to the school, but also to me as a single mother, has been absolutely incredible. And I could not be more grateful to be here in beautiful Taranaki at this incredible school and surrounded by these incredible staff members and these amazing families from all over the world and from Aotearoa, New Zealand.